Welcome back. Today we're talking about Queen Esther, but we need to start with the man who raised her and pushed her to be the hero she was meant to be, her cousin Mordecai. Esther was the secret queen, a Jewish girl hidden in the palace of the powerful King Xerxes. Life was good for her, but outside the palace walls things were going terribly wrong. A man named Haman, who was full of pride and ego, convinced the king to sign a devastating law. A date was set to destroy every single Jewish person in the kingdom. When Mordecai heard the news, he didn't just feel sad. He was broken. He tore his clothes, put on sackcloth, a rough, itchy material used for mourning, and went right up to the palace gates, wailing loudly for everyone to hear. When Queen Esther heard Mordecai was outside in such distress, she was worried. She sent him new clothes, but he refused. He knew Esther needed to understand the true terror of the situation. He sent a servant back with a copy of the terrifying law and a direct, urgent order. "Go to the king! You have to beg him to save your people." Esther's initial response was pure fear. "I can't just go in there. You know the rule. Anyone who goes to the king without being called is put to death. I haven't even seen him in a month." Esther was safe, but stepping forward meant risking her life. That's when Mordecai sent his famous, powerful message that changed everything. It wasn't a request, it was a challenge. Mordecai essentially told her, "Don't think you are safe just because you are in the palace. If you stay quiet now, God will find a way to save us anyway. But think about this. Maybe you became queen at this exact time for this exact reason." As Esther read those words, the doubt vanished. Mordecai, the one who loved her and protected her, was telling her that her comfortable life was nothing compared to the life and death mission she was born into. It was Mordecai who showed her that her safety was temporary, but her purpose was eternal. The fearful girl was gone. The determined queen stood in her place. She chose courage. She gathered her helpers and gave her famous command, "Go fast and pray for me. I will do the same. Then I will go to the king, which is against the law. If I perish, I perish." After 3 days, Esther put on her royal robes and walked toward the inner court. It was the hardest walk of her life. She was stepping out of safety directly toward possible death, because Mordecai reminded her of her true calling. She stood before the king, and the tension was unbearable. Would the king be merciful? Would he execute her for breaking the law? Then the king raised his hand, and slowly he extended the golden scepter. Esther was safe. Esther went on to save her people, but that final, terrifying decision to step into the court was born out of Mordecai's powerful faith and challenge. He didn't just love her. He believed in her purpose, and his words gave her the courage to take that first world-changing step. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share.